July 22nd, 2021. Time's about 10:25 a.m. Visitor information is open. I haven't seen this thing open in a couple of years now. I don't know if that's a good sign or is it the final deception, making it look like all's well. I still believe COVID-19 is a military operation. Right now we're going through the final deception before the military gets deployed in September. At which point all indigenous people on this planet will be in grave danger of extermination. That's just my indigenous take on the whole deal. And here I am, Yonge and Dundas Square.
What do you mean for the view on X wall? Yeah, no, you didn't. When did you say that?
July the 22nd, 2021. Time is 5:05 p.m. Planet Keeper Media. Here at Toronto Police Headquarters.
What happened last night at Raptor Stadium was not okay. My brothers and sisters got beat by the toilet. My friend got arrested for trying to protect the homeless. That was not okay. I wish I was there. I wish I was there to help my brothers and my sisters. I wish I was there to help them in their battle against the police in the city of Toronto.
Closer, I'll thread it through here.
I mean when I say, that could be your daughter, sir, in a homeless encampment one day and the police are beating her up. That could be a lot. We have how many people who were here yesterday? Show of hands if you were at the encampments last night. All of these guys were at the encampments yesterday to protect the homeless. You want to know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. I'll tell you what happened. The police used their fight their 14th division to batter people. They pepper sprayed them and beat them with batons and rubber bullets. For what? To protect the homeless? The police evicted those people when they have nowhere else to go. The city has abandoned those people. Where else are they supposed to go, people? In your home? Are you going to open your home to the homeless? No. Are you going to open the home to the homeless? No. Are the police officers at Florida College 51 or 52 division?
I need more room.
Planet Keeper Media. Here because you can't be.
I do wonder why we're here every single fucking day doing our job, right? Protecting those. Making sure that the system finally gets taken the fuck down. I'm not joking. It's time to defund the police and put that money into our communities and into our housing. Better yet, why doesn't John Tory just fucking resign?
Enforcing the second law of the land. This is what we indigenous people talk about.
Indigenous woman in power of office. I think the indigenous people should now finally be allowed
something like that. You know, when homeless people are on the street, they don't get their whole check. They don't get a whole OW check. They only get a street allowance of about $285. They don't even get their basic needs allowance until an hour of $330. What's wrong with that? So that they can smell bad? So the other students can say, oh, we should help them, they're dirty people. Why is the city not supplying porta toilets and porta showers to the homeless encampments and garbage facilities? Why aren't they doing that? You know, let the people stay there until they get them real housing, or adjust the benefits so they can go and actually rent a place to live. They want to keep people in shelters or in Toronto housing so that they don't move into the suburbs, into people's houses when they want to rent a room. They don't want to give enough money. They want to hide everybody away. This is why we got people sleeping in the park. You know, a home welfare check for a single person is $730, $390 for their shelter, and $343 for their basic needs. $733 total. Does not get an $800 room. Right off the bat, they can't even get a room with their whole check. And you know, if they did get a check, where are they going to get money for a phone or internet? So if they did want to get a job, they could. And how are they going to get there with no money for a bus? And how the hell are they supposed to eat? Hey, supposed to get three days worth of food from the food bank? That's supposed to sustain them all month long? They can only go once a month, sometimes twice. But if you only get 3 days of food each time they go, and a month is 30 days long, you do the math. You have to figure everything out for you. Anyway, somebody got to take over my food too much.
Not this money just going to the police and me being denied housing everywhere. Like, I don't even know what else to say there. It just blows my mind. It blows my mind that I have slept in a tent. It blows my mind that a young mother as articulate as myself can be denied housing for 3 solid months in the city of Toronto while the Toronto police are given this massive budget. I'm escaping violence.
$3 million a day!
$3 million a day?
Give it that way.
How do the people on with disabilities function? I'm a woman running from abuse, running from violent situations, and I am put into more danger in the city of Toronto because I have to couch surf and sleep in tents.
Can I say something about housing? Yeah, I'll say something.
What is the hypocrisy in the fucking bylaw exemption that allows this patio? You got the numbers.
I got the numbers. There's over 100,000 people on the waiting list for housing in Toronto alone.
Yeah!
That's only Toronto. That's not the other cities outside of Toronto or in the small towns and out in the country. Okay, there's over 100,000 people waiting for housing in Toronto. Now, TCH, Toronto Housing, they dropped the corporation. It's no longer just a corporation. It's just Toronto Housing, Toronto Community Housing, just Toronto Community Housing. Toronto Community Housing now has ads in the paper and online to rent units. And they're ignoring the waiting list. They want to rent the units at average market rent. They don't want to rent to people on ODSP and OW.
I just fucking started crying. I was like...
John Tory is lying when he's saying that these people are going to get housing. They're not going to get housing. A lot of them, well, yeah, a few, maybe more than a few, but a lot of them, have been kicked out of housing. And they'll never get back in housing. and they're young, and they're disabled. Now, are they supposed to live the rest of their life, maybe another 50 years, in a shelter? I don't think so. We need more supportive housing. We need a lot more supportive housing.
Sees every.
You know, I live at 200 Wellesley Street East. That's a Toronto community housing building. It's a shithole. It's a shithole. I lived there for 4 years, and I want out. Only I can't move out. I got asshole neighbors that keep me up every night, keep waking me up over and over. You know, I'd like to move out. I'd like to go get another place where it might be quiet, so that I can get some fucking sleep, so it's not continuing to wreck my house. But I can't do it on $497 for rent. That's all I'm allowed. So I got stuck in a prison. TCH is a prison.
They're not like yeah, so you have 3 months in that unit.
Transfers in TCH from one building to another are no longer available, and are as rare as Hansty. You can have letters from your doctor. You know, you can have calls where the police are involved, and you still can't get moved. They talk about how, you know, that if somebody is transphobic, that they'll move them out. But, you know, they don't do that. They don't kick them out, but they say they do. They say that's one of their things on their list. I've been verbally and physically assaulted in that building 4 times. And they won't do nothing. That's housing. It's as bad as shelters. Next time it's a drug den. People dragging all kinds of shit in the building in the middle of the night. Bed bugs galore. You have to go to the stairwell to find the noise problem. You gotta walk through, use condoms, use needles, feces, urine, and whatever else, garbage, and use dirty clothing and whatever else. Fire hazards. So the lights go out and you have to go down the stairs, you're gonna get hurt. Toronto housing is a dirty place to live. You know? And you can't, if you really want to move out of Toronto housing because you have problems with your neighbors and you can't stand living there anymore, you only have 2 choices. The shelters or the streets/parks. What kind of choice is that? Shelters are jails. Shelters are jails where everybody gets a day pass. They're not allowed to have a place of their own. Even the people that they put into the hotels, it was on the news how they're going to do it. They get checked up on. They can't have any guests. You know, that's not living. People should have a home where they can have guests over and do what they want. You know? Not everybody that's needles. That's on ODSP or OW. The reason people are in the park sleeping is because